Okay, hey Edward.
Hey Wayne.
And now we are looking at the Master Chief Collection. This is it. Except that this is like Halo 2 from the Master Chief Collection.
Are you ready for this? You ready?
Okay, alright. Well, what are you going to show me? Like, there we go! There's the old Halo 2! Oh my god, look at that! And there's the new Halo 2.
So much better.
So yeah, just like Combat evolved when they did their HD remake of that, they've allowed you to actually switch the graphics in real time between the HD remake and the original Xbox One graphics.
And this is my first time seeing it. Yeah. I cannot get enough of doing this.
Yeah.
This
However, I would like to point out, regardless of whether or not you use the new or the old graphics, the game is still playing at 60 frames per second, which is new for Halo 2. I mean, it's like originally it was 30.
A difference. Yeah. Like I played a lot of this. I played a lot of Halo 2.
Okay.
And yeah, definitely. When you start getting to combat, you notice a difference. But
okay, like, is this like a good difference or a bad difference or just different?
Just different. I don't know if it's like I think I've started to get used to it now. Okay. But yeah, at first it was just sort of like, whoa, it feels a little off. So I don't know. Maybe if you're like really into that classic experience,
yeah,
you might be weirded out by it. But I don't mind.
Yeah, because I don't think that there is actually an option to drop it down to 30 if for whatever reason you prefer that. Which is like one of those, like, actually I think they included that in The Last of Us. They let you play that game at 30.
Oh, really?
Same with the new Infamous game, I think.
First Light?
No, Infamous Second Son. Yeah, there was also an option to drop it down to 30 if you didn't want like the unlocked frame rate that varied anywhere between like 40 to 50 something.
Oh, so it would be like a hard version as opposed to that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's the same thing with The Last of Us, but for this one they were like, no, it looks like they're just locking you in at 60, so...
It's pretty dropping though.
Which, I mean, it being an Xbox One exclusive, I guess they could afford to take the time to make sure that the frame rate didn't drop, since usually the way they do this is they drop the resolution, but I believe that this game is actually still at 1080p.
Those guts.
Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
But, okay, so clearly we are still, like, kind of in the opening missions for Halo 2. There's really no point in showing, like, you know, Halo 1 Combat Evolved Remake, because that's the same remake that came out on the Xbox 360.
And I mean...
Halo 4 is
the same
Halo 4, so yeah.
Here.
So, out of all of the games on there, this was the one that actually benefited the most from a facelift, which is why we're showing it today. And how do the controls feel? I mean, it's like, do they still feel the same, or is the frame rate actually making that big a difference?
I mean, this is my first time using Xbox One controller.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's just that maybe putting me off a bit, but the game seems to control fine. Like the weird thing for me was like going back to Halo. Like you aim down the sights using right thumbstick by clicking it, as opposed to like pressing L. Like L is grenades. So, I don't know, it took me a while to, get back into that
Yeah, it's just one
mode.
of those weird tweaks in control systems that have happened over the last few years that everybody's kind of forgotten about. Yeah, it's actually kind of a shame that we can't show any of the cutscenes. Oh, wow, you died. Because, I mean, you know, it's like one of the other big things, of course, is that the cutscenes have gotten a big pre-rendered CG treatment. Which you can actually still flip back and forth between the original real-time cutscenes and
that's
the
even more
new pre-rendered ones, and yeah, like that is huge. You know, just like the opening award ceremony.
Oh my god!
Oh wow, okay, you're having a tough time.
I had it on normal. I thought I could just cruise through this, but maybe I should not just eat bullets.
You know, actually concentrate and
maybe not just die a million times here.
oh, okay, he's quite the
there we go.
There, okay.
Yeah, but it feels good. All the grunts still sort of pop up in the film.
I can't remember. Is there like any other cutscenes coming up soon that we would be able to show? Or?
I mean, this mission I believe is the one that ends with the big. Taking the bomb. Taking the bomb to the hole.
Yeah, although that's pretty far away, isn't it?
I don't know how long this mission is.
There's quite
most
a bit
of
of
them-
like fighting through the corridors, and then there's like the big face-off in the hangar or something like that before you finally do get to the bomb. So okay, put it back on the old school graphics. See, it's not so bad in these little hallways.
And even the sound switches over.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you do it, you feel like everything get
I
a
can't
little
even
less-
remember whether or not they even had directional audio for the original Xbox release, or whether it was all still just in stereo.
I don't remember.
I need a squad at Habitat Delta.
Oh, those grenades.
Sticky grenades. Is this the first game to have like a sticky grenade? 'Cause I'm a big fan.
I honestly can't remember. I mean, you know, they clearly they were in the first Halo, but, you know, yeah. Okay, I can't stand looking at it anymore. Switching back to the. There we go.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean, you
much
can
better,
definitely
yeah.
see the disadvantage.
Yeah, especially here with the lighting. This is when it
outside,
really
the
comes in
lighting.
that the, you know, like that real-time lighting with like definitive light sources as opposed to like you know,
And this-
everything
this-
be.
the like backgrounds. This looks so
Yeah.
flat.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. That's a big difference.
You're supposed to get on this thing.
Is that the way it works? No. No.
I don't know. We're supposed to
Where do
go.
they
It's
want
been
you
so
to go
long
then?
since
It's
I've
like,
played
yeah.
these games. But Halo's always been
Are you
super
supposed to
fun.
go out into
like,
space now? Was that it, or you know?
Yeah, I
Or
remember
wait,
that
no.
being
It's
part
like,
of it.
where is he now?
Where?
He's just calling to you to follow him. So.
Oh, really? Oh, this way.
I was almost on board when they showed up.
Yeah, I mean, these games were never super challenging unless you wanted to play them on Legendary.
Oh well, yeah.
And even then, it was just sort of like it was just sort of this weird thing where you were just ducking from cover and like inching your way through the game. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like it was really dependent on being better at Halo. They're just like fun. Run through and shoot aliens, and one of the games that kept the local multiplayer.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the
During the last
infamous local
generation.
split screen. Yeah.
So many other games just was like online only, or you had to do LAN parties. And for like Call of Duty, there was a couple times where like me and my friends would get together with our Xboxes and
Oh yeah.
hook
that's
them all
right.
up, but-
you do go into space during this particular sequence. I did remember that correctly.
But I miss games that just let you sit on a couch with people and split screen. I know a lot of them don't like to because then you're splitting the screen and it's like your game looks
It's
worse.
not so much of a problem these days with widescreen TVs because
Yeah.
it almost feels like you've still got your own
Sir,
screen.
orders have breached the fire control center.
Or at least
Have a
if you
bomb.
grew up in the CRT era where
And there's people that like
Yeah.
now, like I have friends who are like don't like to play split screen. So they're like, oh, I don't like playing on half a screen. I was like, I remember back in the day with like tiny little like 20-something inch tube TV, and we'd have it split 4 ways playing GoldenEye or something,
Yep.
and like nobody complained. Like,
I'm going
stop being
loud.
such a baby.
people are a bit more privileged these days. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably. You're supposed to go down there, right? I do seem to recall this section. Do you get like a sniper rifle at this point? I mean, like I keep thinking.
I
that
mean, if you do, you remember this way better than
Once-
I do.
once-
And I
once you
played
get
this,
out of this,
I think
like-
I played this level more than like any other level.
Okay.
in the Halo series.
So I keep thinking it's like once you get out of this point and you're back up in there, it's like there are guys off in the distance and they want you to start sniping them. Or something.
those
But, it's like it's been a while
jackals.
since- They're flying. That's
Oh,
all I
the,
remember.
I remember what those things are called.
And they're obviously
Little
easier
bug
to take
guys.
out if you've got like a sniper's rifle to do that.
Is it going up or down?
I'm like, man, it's been so long since I've played this game. And that guy's just bugged. That guy's just bugged.
Is he? Oh,
What
yeah.
is happening here? Look at that. Wow.
Can I still kill him? What is this thing?
I don't know, but he won't die. Oh, it's one of the flying guys.
I mean, it's cool that he's
Yeah.
bugged and like switch back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the bug guys, and he's bugged. But so.
I mean, with Halo 4, they made a big switch with like just the way you manage weapons. Where in this, you like, I don't know. I feel like most people want to stick to the human weapons. You know, the battle rifle
Yeah.
and the SMG. I mean,
No,
you
it's a
pick
classic,
up
so.
you'll pick up the alien stuff
If
sometimes.
there's nothing else around.
But
yeah.
I mean, these are the serious weapons. Whereas in Halo 4, they made it where like
The alien weapons were pretty badass.
they were good, but then they also had like everything had such low amounts of ammo that you were just like constantly having to pick up stuff off enemies and switch and switch and switch and switch, and it really made you try all the different stuff.
Yeah, well, I
And then
mean,
every once in a while you get the saw, and
also
you'd be like,
Halo 4 was not
chewing
done by
through
Bungie,
everything.
so
yeah.
I mean, you know, this game, I mean, the original was obviously done by Bungie, but this HD remake
This was
not,
done by
so-
Bungie. Here's Bungie. Oh.
No, but the HD remake itself wasn't done by Bungie. Was
No.
it? I mean, that was still done by 343
Yeah.
Industries, the new guys.
Yeah.
Since, you know, Bungie's all about Destiny these days.
sir. They're heading straight
Yeah, and Destiny 2 now, apparently.
Concentrate your fire on the first carrier. Admiral,
I saw that like Activision announced set in like a
form up. Follow my lead.
what's it called, shareholders meeting,
Oh, yeah.
that they're already working on the second one.
Okay, so there was no sniper rifle here, but I did remember the flying bug guys. Yeah, actually, I think I died on this level.
I don't even know what's happening. A lot of stuff is moving around.
Yeah.
Don't really know what's going on.
It's some pseudo platforming. You're supposed to get up on this thing and let it go up, I think.
Oh, it just goes up and down. Where am I? Whoa!
Are you supposed to go in there? I really can't remember. I guess you
Green
are.
light
I mean,
means
it lit up,
yes.
Yeah, so.
Oh, we got an airlock.
To hide the
This
loading.
is where we load the next
Yeah.
part of the level. Get some dialogue.
Just so you know,
Feel
there are
completely
quite
bored.
a few elites guarding the bomb. You
Elevator
may need to get
sequence.
creative.
Good stuff.
Oh, is that the bomb? That is the bomb, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so we can show off the cutscenes. Okay, this is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, they released, I think, one of them just to show it off, and it looked pretty. Grab this thing, or make more guys come back. Come on.
Has this music been redone, or is this also like the original?
It sounds louder. That
Yeah.
is it.
It's probably been remixed. Probably afford to use like real instruments now that they've got a massive budget. Oh, that dude was just hiding there. Okay.
Where'd he go? Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Okay. Oh, so that's the CG cutscene, which looks really great. And that's the real-time cutscene!
Inside your head.
And that's the CG. Oh my god, looks so different. Also, the timing is a bit different on, like, you know, how
Yeah.
these actions and the dialogue is coming up, so...
No.
Cairo, this is an
Wow,
enemy
look at her.
class. The carrier
And
shield
then
is down.
switch over to... Jeez!
Down.
Okay.
I'm in position
Like, as
to
far as I'm
crazy,
concerned,
yeah.
like, switching back and forth is, like, the most fun part
Yeah.
of this whole
Sir,
collection. Like,
permission to leave the station.
just to really see the difference between,
Yeah.
like...
I mean, okay, this is unfair because this is like 2014 CG sequence
oh, yeah,
versus...
but just to see
like-
how far, like, it's come since
Yeah.
then, taking, like, the same game. Just applying new technology. Is Halo the only game that does that? The other games let you switch back and forth?
I am
I know
trying
what
to
you're
remember
thinking,
now.
and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy.
I keep thinking that there may be... There's possibly one other game besides Halo Combat Evolved that lets you do that. I just can't remember what the name of that game might be right now.
And this is, like,
Yeah.
the most iconic.
But, like, you know, this is just insane. Okay, switch it over to the real time.
Just
Oh,
one question.
Man, okay.
Dear.
What if you
Yeah.
miss? What if you miss?
Okay. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, okay, that's just absurdly good looking compared to the original cutscene. It is just, yeah. So, yeah, okay.
Look at
Versus
those
this
explosions.
is like nuts.
Ship's, like, ripping apart. just keep it on this.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know, this is definitely pretty adorable.
Fire and flames. Here's on.
Drop off your package. I mean, we're definitely not spoiling anything by showing these cutscenes, since most people have probably seen them a million bazillion times over the years anyway. And there's the iconic Halo theme.
Just dives down to earth.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
Chief, get
Look at his
inside.
face.
Yeah.
Flew pretty good.
Alright.
Get inside.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, and that's like the first major mission of Halo 2. That's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
think
just
so.
leave it at that. You know, it's like flipping back and forth between old and new. And what a gigantic difference there is between old and new. Oh my god. It's really easy to see. So, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo 2 remake from the Master Chief Collection. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.